stand united, our spirits bright, on a vivid valley where dreams come alive. Whose songs are song, the notes rounds to be. Glorious, we rise above, in the games of unity, we find our...
Not much time left now as the clock continues to tick on Paris 2024. With just 2 days of action left, we continue to spur our athletes onwards as they fight for what's left of Olympic glory in the French capital. We recap all the action from day 14 now. Hello and welcome, my name is Kimani O'Sullivan and you're watching We Paris Highlights, where we take you through the best bits of the games, mostly from our Caribbean athletes in Paris. We begin today's show with the medal ceremonies for two of our beloved athletes from Jamaica and Grenada. Rashid Broadbell of Jamaica had his moment of glory after he captured bronze in the men's 110-meter hurdles, and the big man from Grenada, Anderson Peters, received his bronze medal for his performance in the men's javelin.
Silver medal given to Roberts.
Lance, the interesting thing is that Holloway and Roberts are contemporaries in college. Holloway didn't lose many races, but they had some epic battles dating back to their time in college. And it's amazing that someone that you battle with for 5-6 years is going to stand on an Olympic podium with you.
Yeah. Their battles prior to now domestic, now this global.
IOC member, Olympian, 1 gold medal and 1 silver medal.
Accompagné par
Accompanied by
Sidonie Mothersfield, membre du Conseil de World Athletics, olympienne.
World Athletics Council member, Olympian.
Yes, two famous personalities there in the presentation. He drew the 76 Montreal Sprint Hurdles champion. And there's Sidonie Mothersfield from the Cayman Islands.
Twice at these Olympic Games, Jamaicans have gone down to the wire and come out with the lesser medal. Men's 100 meters and now the 110-meter hurdles. Both decisions, I think, spot on. Rashid Broadbell delighted to finally break through on the global stage after a semi-final exit at the World Championships in 2022 and a first-round exit last year. This is fabulous for him.
I don't think lost any marks in defeat. Broadbell hasn't had the best build-up with injury issues and so on. And his outstanding performance yesterday, a statement of his quality.
Daniel Roberts, desperate for a US 1-2, flinging himself across the line. And that was good enough for the silver medal. Both Roberts and Broadbell coming through at 13.09. Roberts doing just enough to take silver.
Roberts with an amazing race yesterday, considering he hit hurdles early, held it together. As Holloway got away, Broadbell coming up to challenge him with that lean, which some feel might have been a stumble off of that last hurdle, was just enough to secure the silver medal ahead of Broadbell.
And after 3 World Championship gold medals, 2019, 2022, and 2023, Grant Holloway, the dominant figure in men's sprint hurdling for 5 years, finally has the ultimate prize. He's the Olympic champion, surprised in Tokyo by Hansa Parchment, the Jamaican. There was no surprise this time around. Grant Holloway, the Olympic champion.
Been the best hurdler since Tokyo. In fact, coming into Tokyo was widely regarded as one of the big favorites. This time delivering on that potential and promise that he's shown for so many years. All that's left for him now is the world outdoor record. He already has the indoor world record. I'm sure he'll be going after that with greater abandon. Juan
Alberto
Carrera.
Juantorena.
And since that final in 1976, Lance, the French have only won one medal in the 110-meter hurdles. 2016, Dimitri Basco taking bronze. Jamaica and the United States of America have dominated the last 4 games, sharing 2 gold medals now. The USA in 2012 and now 2024. The Jamaicans in 2016 with Omar McLeod, and with Hansa Parchment in 2021. And interestingly, in 2012, the Jamaicans had a bronze medal with Parchment, and here in 2024, they have a bronze medal with Broadbell.
Please welcome the medalists.
That Anderson Peters bronze medal for Grenada, lifting CARICOM territories medal haul at these Olympic Games to 11 late on Thursday.
IOC member. Accompanied by
Adil Sumarrivala, vice-président de World Athletics, Olympia.
World Athletics Vice President, Olympian.
Médaillé de bronze,
Bronze medalist, Anderson Peters.
There's your bronze medalist, Anderson Peters of Grenada.
Representing Grenada.
Twice the world champion in 2019 and 2022. And now he wins his first Olympic medal. Second bronze medal for Grenada at these Olympic Games. Lyndon Victor finishing 3rd in the men's decathlon. Kirani James, their star for so many years, ran a stout 400 final, but just losing out in the closing stages. But this can be part of Kirani's legacy.
Yes, it can be. Peters continuing to illustrate Grenada's proficiency in javelin. Had 4 gold medals at the Carifta Games in the javelin, Anderson Peters. And he also had a shot put bronze medal as well.
Representing India.
Chopra, the dethroned Olympic champion in this event, has to settle for silver here.
Last year at the World Championships in Budapest, it was the Indian who got the better of the Pakistani. This time around at the Olympic Games, Arshad Nadeem has turned it around. The former cricketer tried the shot put, tried the discus, but he said once he was introduced to the javelin throw, he never looked back. He quickly got to the point of no return. And no return means that he is now a national hero of Pakistan. He's the Olympic champion, defeating India's Neeraj Chopra, who he says is his hero.
Arshad Nadeem, 27 years old, did 2 months of training in South Africa ahead of the 2023 World Championship in Budapest. Sits top of the podium for the men's javelin at 2024 Paris. Anderson Peters, 2nd Grenadian medal at the 2024 Games, following Lyndon Victor's bronze in the decathlon. First time in history, Grenada is winning more than 1 medal at an Olympic Games.
Les athlètes reçoivent en plus de leur médaille un cadeau olympique
Yeah. Peters wants a selfie.
We head to the track now for the final of the men's 400-meter hurdles, where Kyron McMaster of the BVI and Jamaica's Rashawn Clark took the track. Here's the race.
Dos Santos. Off they go. McMaster makes a business-like start, but Barholm is going ahead of him as he usually does. Barholm very, very fast over the first 100 meters. Rai Benjamin responds well and keeps him at bay for the moment. Rashawn Clark on the outside to the left of the screen, trying hard at the moment. Ducot from France is also doing some good work. McMaster has work to do. Rai Benjamin quickens the pace and comes off the turn slightly ahead of Barholm, the defending champion. Rai Benjamin stumbles a little bit. Can Barholm test him here? Benjamin is in front and in command. Dos Santos finishing well on the inside, but Rai Benjamin, formerly of Antigua and Barbuda, comes up big in Paris and lands gold. 46.47. What a run. He was the favorite based on his performances this year, and he justifies the favoritism. Winston Benjamin's son is champion of the world at the Olympic Games.
Very unfortunate for Rashawn Clark, not able to finish the race. There we see him in the background going down, while Rai Benjamin celebrates.
Benjamin represented Antigua and Barbuda at the 2013 World Youth Games and had 2015 appearances at the Carifta Games and World Relays for Antigua and Barbuda, switching allegiance to the United States, and puts his name in the history books. The world record holder and defending Olympic champion Carson Barholm loses his title. 47.06, his silver medal winning time. Dos Santos is third. So Rashawn Clark doesn't finish, stumbled over the last hurdle. Kyron McMaster fifth. Season's best, 47.79. But the pace was getting away from him down the backstretch. I could see that he had work to do.
The women's 400-meter final is next, where Sade Williams of Barbados contested a very stacked field. Here's how she did.
This race, another exciting race that we expect to see.
Off they go. Strong start for Amber Anning. And Nasser from Bahrain has gone out very, very quickly. Nasser looks to have the advantage here down the backstretch. Paulino going in chase from the Dominican Republic. At this point, Sade Williams running a measured race. She'll have a lot of work to do in the last 200 meters. Adeleke begins to quicken as well. Paulino is coming forward to take control. Nasser is fighting her off, but the Dominican Republic star girl is in front by 3 to 4 meters. Oh, she looks unbeatable at this point. Look at her stretch the field out. Sade Williams is on the inside in about 5th at the moment, but Paulino is big and in charge. Nasser is going to be second. Kasmer gets third. 48.15, a new Olympic record. This athlete is impressive. She was as dominant here as Shone Miller-Weber was in Tokyo 3 years ago. Weber had to dive across the line to beat Alison Felix at the Rio Olympic Games. A big, big winner for the Bahamas in the 2020 Tokyo Games. And from the Dominican Republic, right here in the Caribbean, Marilady Paulino is as decisive and comprehensive a winner as Miller-Weber was 3 years ago.
Indeed, she backs up her world title from last year, her silver medal from Tokyo and from Eugene with this gold medal.
Well, we spoke of the rise of the Caribbean in this event in the last 4 or 5 Olympic Games, and Paulino comes the 4th Caribbean champion in this event in the last 6 Olympic Games. And I could suggest that the 2012 winner was from the Caribbean as well, although she represented the USA, Sanya Richards-Ross.
Indeed.
48.17 Olympic record. Nasser second, 48.53. 48.98 for Kashmir, and Sade Williams for Barbados, 49.83 in 7th spot.
Sade Williams, I could see that you were trying to run your own race, but it was a race that produced an Olympic record. What are your immediate thoughts after that run?
Les finalistes du triple saut en 12 athlètes, 12 nations.
I don't know. I felt like I was there, and then I wasn't. And as you said, it was a very, very fast race, and I'm a little disappointed about how I ran and the time that I produced. I at least wanted to leave here with a personal best, but that definitely did not work out.
Relay action now as we look both at the men's and women's 4x100 meter relay finals. Here they are.
The French team will go in lane number 6. The last time a global championship was held in France, they won it. That was 2003, a sensational ankle leg run from Christine Aron, taking them to the title. The world record and the Olympic record, 40.82, set by the United States of America. There's the lineup: Netherlands, Canada, Jamaica, USA, France, Germany, Great Britain, and Switzerland. Lanes 2 to 9 occupied. Women's 4x100 relay final. Great Britain up to a flying start with Dina Asher-Smith in lane number 8. Melissa Jefferson running a very good leg. For the United States of America, the Jamaican steady Alana Reed to Kembra Nelson. But USA and Great Britain, Lansico flying down the backstretch. For Great Britain, the Americans trying to stay close. The Jamaicans down in about 5th position at this stage. Great Britain, Germany, France, and the USA. Here they come to the final change. Great Britain, the change is slow. Darren Nita has work to do. Shakira Richardson comes through on the inside. Richardson for USA, Nita for Great Britain, and Germany with the bronze. France in 4th, Jamaica 5th. 41.78. The Brits had a very slow final change, and that cost them. Shakira Richardson, her sheer foot speed delivering for the Americans down the stretch.
Richardson finally getting that elusive Olympic gold medal. The Brits surprisingly had 2 poor exchanges. Their second exchange between second and third leg, and that last exchange. Dina Asher-Smith led off with a tremendous leg, but they were not able to capitalize on it because of the mistakes that they made on that second exchange. The Germans, very efficient in their passing. They got the stick in first position on the anchor leg, but then again, as done in the semifinals, Shakira Richardson passes them. Here we see in lane number 8, the Brits, who seem to have just made it in time. Lansico to Hunt, but that slowed them down tremendously. And on the inside, the Germans were able to capitalize on that. Gabby Thomas, the 200-meter Olympic gold medalist, ran an amazing third leg for the U.S. as well. Richardson looked behind, was in 3rd or 4th position, but then parted away with her tremendous top-end speed. Downita made a run late for it, but the damage was already done, and the victory sealed for the Americans.
41.78 for the United States of America, 41.85 for Great Britain. Germany, 41.97. France, 42.23, just outside the medals, with the Jamaicans in 5th at 42.29.
And we have to think that without those 2 bad baton changes by the Brits, the Americans may not have won this race, given how close the finish was. They lost a lot of ground on the last 2 changeovers, the Brits.
Yeah, they finished in silver medal position by 0.08 seconds. So you must imagine those bobbled exchanges cost them the Olympic gold medal.
Women's shot put final coming up. Lizovskaya is the world record holder.
Women's shot put final.
It's now time for the men.
The Americans in good position. They set the world leading mark, 37.40 at the World Relays, and ran 37.47 in the semifinals.
Those final leg runners expectant, hoping the baton goes around safely to them. Strong start there by Coleman. for the USA. Closing in on the Brit early. Bad changeover by the USA. They've lost a lot of ground here. Britain go charging forward. South Africa running well. The Brits looking to have a slight advantage here on the outside. The Canadians moving well also. The Americans trying to recover. Final changeover. De Grasse for Canada. The Italians on the inside finishing fast. Here comes John-El Hughes, sprouting wings and coming forward, but it's Canada with the victory, 37.50. What a race that was. The USA messing up the baton change, and Andre De Grasse covers himself in glory with a fabulous final leg. John-El Hughes threatening with a big final leg for Britain, but the Canadians, not for the first time, celebrating a gold medal at a global 4x100 meter men's race.
And the streak continues. The U.S. men's team have not won an Olympic medal since 2004. 20 years later, they're still messing it up, despite having the 4 fastest men, despite the amazing run by Christian Coleman, the world 60-meter record holder. The messing up that pass with Kenny Bednarek, who they inserted into second rather than keep Fred Curley. And now we see Akinyi Simbine, who's made so many finals, finally getting an Olympic medal in this 4x1. But the Canadians, with their experience, world champions, most recently in 2022, showing why they are now the Olympic champions.
Bednarek appeared to have gone off too early, and Coleman didn't catch him.
I think he did. Went off way too early, Kenny Bednarek. And I wonder just how much work they would have done with this change. Coleman to Bednarek. Had to stop to collect the baton. Horrific for the Americans. But what can you say about the the Canadian team? This unit just keeps surprising. Global championship after global championship. Brendan Rodney with another fabulous third leg. And when you have the type of chemistry that the Canadians have, you know that when it comes on to this big finals, they will give a true representation of their form, if not even better. John-El Hughes with a terrific anchor leg. At one stage, any of 5 teams could have won it. Andre De Grasse, Mr. Ever Reliable on the anchor leg, carrying it home for the Canadians.
The first time the Canadians have won since the unit with Donovan Bailey, Bruni Sorin, Glenroy Gilbert won in 1996. The last 3 Olympic Games, Rio, Canada was 3rd. Tokyo, Canada was 2nd. And now, here in Paris, they finally will stand atop the podium as the Olympic champions.
And that goes with the world title that they won in 2022, beating the Americans in front of their home crowd in Eugene, like the 1996 Donovan Bailey team had done in Atlanta to the Americans. And the Americans, once again, disappointed, no doubt. They just can't seem to get the stick around. You know, it's a running joke in all of the United States of America. In every build-up to the Olympic Games, there is some advertisement saying, let's just get the stick around. Snoop Dogg did one this year. It hasn't helped because once again, they struggle to do it. They have all the talent in the world. They have all the speed in the world. But in the relays, it does not matter if you cannot get the baton around.
Coleman gave them a gold medal winning start. Bednarek runs away far too quickly, has to stop. And even now that he gets it, he doesn't appear urgent enough to try to recover. I know he has a smooth running style and he may be giving 100%, but there's something casual about him for me on that backstretch as well.
Oh, you can see how upset he is. He's going to feel this one for many years to come. He just looked like if he went to sleep on the backstretch and then never quite booted in his mind what he needed to do.
Canada gold, South Africa silver, Great Britain bronze, 37.50 the winning time.
We're going to take a break now. When we return, more athletics coming your way.
We stand tall, taller than the new dawn of June. In the city of light, where dreams ignite, we
Welcome back to the We Paris Highlight Show. We continue our recap of the action from athletics on day 14 of Paris 2024. We're still at the Stade de France for the semifinals of the women's 100-meter hurdles, and we begin with action from semifinal 1, where Jamaica's Danielle Williams and Devine Charlton of the Bahamas took the track.
And there's your field for semifinal 1.
It is more important than it has ever been for you to finish in that top 2 because of the depth of the women's 100 hurdles field.
Charlton, the second Bahamian to contest the sprint hurdles final at the Olympic Games. Pedria Seymour in Rio 2016 was 6th. Disappointment for the Bahamians so far in Paris, with their reigning Olympic 400-meter champions out with injuries. Off they go. Williams is out a little bit slowly. And beside her, Grace Stark of the USA. Devine Charlton running well also. Stark of the USA has the lead. Charlton is second. Oh, Amisan, the world record holder, has to wait on a qualifying time to get in. But a smart run there by Stark, chased all the way by Devine Charlton. Those two safely through to Saturday's final.
After a long season, still producing one of her best performances in 12.39 seconds, followed by Charlton from the Bahamas, 12:50, as she outlasts the world record holder, Amisan, who finished quickly, but just could not do enough to make one of the top 2 automatic qualifiers, and will have to sit and waiting to see if she will make it through on times.
Well, she's third in 12:55 over the pole. Stark 12:39 and Charlton 12:50, the automatic qualifiers.
Devin, 12.50 seconds. You're through to the final.
Yeah, I think time-wise, my second best race of the season for so early in the morning. I'm excited to see what the final will bring.
You seemed very composed during the race.
Yeah, that was the goal. I kept telling myself all last night when I was visualizing the race that I'll have a good start. Everybody's going to come charging at the end, so I just have to hold my composure and stay calm through the line.
Anything that you can add heading into the final now?
Probably. I'll have to watch the race over, get with my coach, talk about what he saw. It felt pretty good, but it's always something to fix.
Well, all the best for the final, Devin.
Thank you.
Daniel, that's how the hurdles go sometimes. Wasn't the best start, and then that hurdle that you clipped.
Yeah, I mean, obviously disappointed. I mean, felt I was ready in pretty good shape, but it just wasn't meant to be today.
Talk to me about what happened through the race. What was going through your mind when it happened?
The race plan was the same, get out through 2. Unfortunately, the second hurdle, I stepped in it, not sure why. The only thought there was to recover and try to catch back the pack. I stepped in the 4th one again, and so that was really it.
Over now to semi-final 3, where Jamaica's Akira Nugent was running out of lane 4.
This race features 4 of the top 10 performers ever in the event.
That's why Ricardo said it could be a final, or the quality of the field is worthy of a final. Only the first 2 in each heat guaranteed a spot in the final. The reigning Olympic champion is under pressure here to get to the final. This is a red-hot field. Nugent, a rising star from Jamaica in lane 4.
3 of the 10 women who have ever broken 20.30 legally are in this race. Nugent, Jamaica, goes in 4. Camacho Quinn, the defending champion, in 5.
Nervous moments here for all of these starters. Great start for Mayela Samba. Russell is also doing well. Nugent has a bit of work to do. Camacho Quinn is in charge. The reigning Olympic champion is in front. Very close for second between Russell and Nugent. 12:35.
Great run from Camacho Quinn. She hardly loses. We see Sember on her back. What a disappointing way to end your Olympic campaign and likely her last Olympics. But let's not take anything away from the defending Olympic champion. Here we see the world record holder, Tomi Amisan, seeing if she will survive. Camacho Quinn going over to hug Nugent.
She's third, but she will make it based on her time.
delighted for Akira Nugent, getting ready to have a chat with her.
Yeah, this is a big moment for Nugent. Her first big global championship final, the Olympic Games. Her second, my compatriot here, Ricardo Chambers, always on top of the stats, giving me the signal that it's her second, but her first Olympic Games final coming up. She did well to place third in this semifinal.
There's a mental toughness about Akira Nugent that I like. She was drawn right beside the reigning Olympic champion, and this girl as well, fastest in the world this year, and she was not intimidated.
Masai Russell came pretty late because she had a pretty poor start.
12:35, season's best for the defending champion Camacho Quinn. Russell second, 12:42. Nugent third at 12:44. And Samba Mayela, 12:52.
And Jamaica's Janique Brown and Charisma Taylor of the Bahamas were in semifinal 2.
Yeah, there's the lineup for the second semifinal in the women's 100 hurdles. Alicia Johnson has run 12:31, Kambunji 12:40, Visser 12:36. So the women in it have run fast. But yes, when you consider the names and the titles, not as difficult. But let's see. Semifinal 2, women's 100 hurdles. Off they go. Alicia Johnson got up brilliantly. The Jamaican Janique Brown is running well. Visser is flying on the outside. Visser in front. Charisma Taylor running brilliantly. Johnson responds. Johnson ahead of Visser. 12:33. 2/100ths of a second outside her lifetime best. The Americans are flying in the 100 hurdles semifinals. And Alicia Johnson produces an excellent run. Nadine Visser was right there with her. Those two are through.
You see the angle of them going over the hurdles, how quickly they move. Just 3 steps between the hurdles. You can often tell who is going to do well at the end. Just keep looking at the frequency of their steps as they come off the hurdles. Those with higher frequencies, especially later on in the race, are usually traveling faster. Johnson celebrating her 12:34 performance.
12:34 for Johnson, 12:43 for Visser. Taylor 12:63, a lifetime best, but it will not be good enough to get her into the final. The Jamaican Brown in 7th at 12:92.
Janique, I know this was a season that you were coming back slowly but surely, but talk to me about that run.
I don't even know. It was a poor run, honestly, but I mean, it's all I can give, honestly. I sound stuffy right now because I feel like I'm under the weather, but not to make any excuses. You know, I can't complain with the season I've had.
And that's it for segment 2. More track and field when we come back.
From every nation we come to compete. Laissons-nous venons pour rivaliser avec passion et courage.
Thanks for staying with us on We Paris Highlights. We're still recapping day 14 from the French capital. We're going to take the highlights of the women's 4x400 meter semifinals, where Team Jamaica lined up in lane 9. Here's what they did.
They're in lane 4, the Dutch, with Evelyn Solberg on lead off for them. And she starts reasonably well. Down the backstretch they go for the first time. Ireland through Sophie Becker, running really well for the first 200 meters of this leg.
Antoinette Knight, the Jamaican, was originally listed for the mixed 4x4. Thought she would have gone in qualifying. That team was changed, it seems. And here she runs the opening leg in the women's 4x4, starting to make a move.
Yeah. Measured for the first 200 meters over there on the outside lane, but made the kick here in the last 150 meters and isn't doing badly, but the changeover being made first by the Irish, and they have a fairly clear lead there, Ireland. Becker handing over to Healy. The Jamaicans are in chase, and the Dutch are positioned themselves now with Leaky Claver, big and strong, moving into third spot, now second.
Would have been disappointed, Claver, not to make the flat 400 final. Ashley Williams running this leg for the Jamaicans. She's run a number of personal bests this season, has gone down to 51.16.
Fighting effort from Ashley Williams, just fading a little bit in third spot there as the Dutch put the challenge now on the Irish.
Cherokee Young running the third leg for the Jamaicans. Major mishap at the World Indoor Championships in Glasgow, Scotland this year when the baton was hit from her hand. That cost the Jamaicans a medal. Let's see if she can make up for it here at the Olympic Games. So far, she's running a very good third leg.
The Poles surprisingly struggling a bit there in about fifth spot at the moment. They were silver medalists behind the United States in Tokyo 3 years ago. Ireland still fighting with the lead. And here comes Young now for Jamaica to challenge. The Canadians pretty strong on the outside as well. The Irish fading there.
Excellent third leg from Cherokee Young to Stephanie and McPherson, who based on what we've seen at these championships is in outstanding form. And so the expectation is that the Jamaicans should be safe from this point on to advance to the final.
The Dutch, Canada, Ireland in chase. McPherson in front by about 7 or 8 meters, and the Jamaicans looking strong here for qualifying. Dutch trying to close. Canada battling in third spot as well. The Irish looking strong for the automatic third spot. Yeah, they have come through there to get third, now second. McPherson in front for Jamaica, and she takes it. The Dutch and Irish closing the gap, 3:24.92. So the Jamaicans safely through to Saturday's final.
With that final, with that third leg, on that third leg, handing over to the veteran Stephanie and McPherson, who ran a fast anchor leg, 50.5, solid run for her, comfortable run for her to take Jamaicans through with a top qualifying spot. And early concerns about the quartet dismissed, job done, and a strong finish by Charlene Malls, the Irish woman, to edge the Dutch woman there for the second spot on the line. Oh, still third. Netherlands getting the second spot and Ireland third, but very strong finish there.
Yeah, the Irish had fallen back to fourth on that final leg, but really solid, very solid run there by Charlene Maudsley, getting them back on anchor for the Dutch team. Lisanne de Viet. 3:24.92, the Jamaicans qualifying automatically with the Netherlands and Ireland for Saturday's final. USA, Britain, France, the fastest qualifiers for the final.
103 minutes, 24.92 seconds, a season's best for Jamaica. It looked really impressive from up here, you guys together.
Yes, thank you. First of all, we knew what we had to do this morning to qualify, and that's what we came out here to do.
Yeah, it was pretty methodical from up here. What was it like out there starting it off?
Honestly, I'm kind of used to being on the start leg by now. It felt good. Three of us, it's our first time touching the track, so I think we're just pretty excited to come out here and to qualify for Team Jamaica. We are expected to do well, and we came out here to do our best.
With the expectations high, though, does it fluster you at all heading into the final?
No. I'm pretty confident in myself and my teammates, so we just have to go there and execute do our individual parts, and it will come together.
All the best in the final.
Thank you.
Over now to the men's 4x4, now where Team Trinidad and Tobago took the track in lane 9.
The American sensation, 16-year-old sensation,
And off they go. The USA traditionally dominant in this event. Won 4 of the last 5 gold medals at the Olympic Games in this event. That trend broken by the 2012 gold medal run by the Bahamas.
Let's see Le Tobogo of Botswana looks really good. Dominant run. We know he has the 300-meter world record, and he's looking really well.
He's run 44.29. Let's see Le Tobogo. This is a terrific opening leg.
Hands over first by a long way for Botswana.
I don't know what happened to Quincy Wilson there on the first leg. He was way back, and the Americans are lost, and by a distance as well. I wonder if the youngster got hurt on that opening leg. The Americans are in serious trouble here.
It was a 47.3 leg from Quincy Wilson, as Vernon Norwood has a lot of work to do, and he is trying to do it. He's working really hard to get back to the chasing pack, the pack ahead of him.
Yeah, they have so much quality, the USA, that you have to think that they're not out of it. But Norwood is doing a tremendous job here in recovering the deficit from that astonishingly bad Quincy Wilson first leg.
Trinidad and Tobago also in serious trouble.
It was a 43-6 effort from Norwood to get the USA back in contention. They're in 4th now. Unbelievable.
Well, they're that good, to be honest. Botswana still out front. Britain putting the chase on. Japan also in 3rd. And for the USA, they're in 4th. Trinidad and Tobago way off a qualifying spot at the moment. The handover for Botswana very, very solid. And they have a big lead here over Britain, Japan, and the USA in 4th.
And you'd favor the USA to get through from this position. But the Botswanans have delivered an amazing first round performance.
Of the 3 Olympic medals that Botswana have achieved in Olympic history, a men's 4x4 relay Tokyo 2020 bronze is among them. So not unfamiliar Botswana doing well here in the 4x4. And here's the USA securing their automatic qualifying spot, 2:57.76. Bailey with a strong effort from the USA, confirming that they make it after a bit of a scare in the first leg with Wilson. 2:57.76 Botswana, Great Britain and the USA chasing in 2nd and 3rd for automatic spots, 2:58.88 and 2:59.15. The times for Great Britain and the USA. Japan national record 2:59.48.
It was a nice blowout there for the guys. A young set, looking forward to the future. What do you think they take away from these games?
I would say it gives experience to young Jaden. Not the experience he probably would have liked to, but I mean he's out here on the world stage, and I'm really proud of him for coming out and representing. Proud of the team. We didn't do as well as we wanted to do. It definitely was an underwhelming performance for us, but at the same time, it is what it is. That's sports. We came out here, we tried our best, and that was the best that we had today.
And personally, what do you take away from these games, ending the competition for yourself?
So, this is just life. Like sometimes you work hard for something and you don't achieve it. Does it mean to stop? No. You still work hard. You still continue to work towards your goals. You may not have gotten your goals, but you get some progress. I was able to get a national record. I was able to come and perform healthy for my team in the 4x4. So I think it's all about perspective. Perspective is definitely, for me, something that helps you to move forward and helps you to go to get some type of progress instead of looking at the negatives.
A word for today, tomorrow, and forever. Thank you very much, guys, and all the best for the future.
All right, thank you.
That's all we have. Stick around. We have more athletics coming your way. Welcome back to the We Paris Highlight Show. We're kicking off this segment with the grand finals of men's football competition, where host team Le Bleu, Team France, faced off against La Roja, Team Spain, for the gold medal. We have the highlights.
The final of the Olympic men's competition in football started with an early goal. Look at that strike from Enzo Mio. And France celebrating early. Disappointment there for Tenas in goal, but an amazing comeback from Spain. First, this man, Fermin Lopez, maybe the player of the tournament, making it 1-1. 1 became 2. Lopez again banging the ball in after a mistake from Guillaume Rest. 2 became 3. Baena, brilliant free kick. Many thought, well, that's it, game over. There were some heads going down in blue. An amazing comeback at the end. Akliouche, didn't know how much he knew about that, but it was guided in. And then right at the death, look at this, a penalty. It went to VAR, and it was a pretty clear decision when you look at that on the left of your screen. Step up, Jean-Philippe Mateta, keeping his cool, 3-3. So we went into extra time, and what an extra time it was. The hero, Sergio Cameo, who came on as a sub for Abel Ruiz, the captain, and then right at the death, look at this for an assist, a long throw from Arnaud Tenas, a lot of work to do for Cameo, and my word, he did it well. Into an empty net. Despair for France. Goal for Spain.
Still with football now, over to the women's bronze medal match, where Spain were looking to continue winning ways, but this time against Team Germany.
There's some of the near misses from the first half.
And these are the chances that Spain will rue. Current Ballon d'Or holder Aitana Bonmati with that first effort off the bar, and then Hermoso, their record goal scorer. But here is, well, one of the 2 key moments of the game, and a tale of 2 goalkeepers. Katakoi coming out, clattering Julia Gvin, who stepped up.
That's how to take a penalty, isn't it?
Calm, precise. And Germany taking that chance.
He clattered into a few goalkeepers in his time, I can tell you. Hrubesch, I just wonder about if Coy had managed to produce the level of performance of the other goalkeeper, it might have been a different story, but in that moment it wasn't a good piece of play. Poor decision making.
And she will say, you know, at the other end, the attackers had enough chances to get me out of trouble.
That's a great point.
What a chance now, exactly.
Then the penalty, with, we believe, only 7 seconds of the game to go. And this is not a great penalty, as outstanding as Berger has been.
And you can see what it means.
Highlights now on Olympic hoops. The women's basketball semifinals took place earlier Friday. Heavy favorites Team USA faced off against Team Australia in semifinal 1.
Thank you for being here and be safe going home.
As the United States of America against Australia in the women's basketball semi-final. 2 teams who have met many times before, and the United States have won every single one.
Yeah, they started out hot, but Australia was pretty good after a timeout in that first quarter. It was only a 4-point lead for the United States. But the second quarter, United States off and running, 25-11 in that quarter.
They were lightning fast with their passing and movement up the floor. And it was struggles for Australia from 3-point range. There were some glimpses of that 3-point shooting. US were much the stronger throughout.
I think when you look back, you'll see Brianna Stewart running and running and running. 16 points, 6 rebounds, 5 assists for her. And some really nice drives to the basket in transition, just dominant. But Australia didn't quit in the fourth. They put up a really good fight, which put them in good position for the next game. But too strong, the United States.
They're through to the gold medal game. United States with a 21-point win over Australia. Their stats look good throughout. Australia's improved in that final term.
They did. You know, they struggled for a while. The three-point shooting isn't the best, though. 7 for 29. You're going to beat a team like that. You have to shoot it well. Look at the United States, another 50% field goal, whole hum. They've been doing it. And 19 points off turnovers. That running game has been exceptional.
Over to semi-final 2 now, where Belgium faced off against host nation France. Here's how it went.
Here it is. Here's the finish by Emma. Off balance, could have been a foul. And then here in her offensive bag, Gabby Williams crossing, Emma messing them up, getting to the rim. Lovely job. And she's been big in this overtime, Gabby. 6 points in this overtime.
Taken a while to get going in the game, but once she has been unstoppable. 16 points for Gabby Williams. It's a 5-point lead for France. Belgium have to move quickly. Van Loo, no foul called. France have the ball. They're going to win this. They'll play down the clock here. Salon comes inside. Belgium foul now, but it might go beyond them. It is beyond them.
Making it difficult.
Salon
puts the cherry on top.
It's making sure of it. They were already sure of it. It's 6 points, but there is no time left. France are in to the gold medal game. France 81, Belgium 75 in overtime.
Let's take a look now at the medal standings before we go. In first overall, we have the USA, a staggering 111 medals, 33 gold. China in second with 83, 33 gold. And the mighty Aussies, 48 overall, 18 gold. Yeah, that's it. Thanks again for spending your evening with me right here on Weepery Highlights. My name is Kimani O'Sullivan, and I'll see you tomorrow. Same time, same place, same face. Take care.
Avec assez là, nous restons le beau. L'ombre nous éclate. Nos cœurs sont élevés, India sont élevés. In the arena, we give our all. With grace and honor, we stand tall. Dans la veine, nous donnons tout.